Hello everyone and welcome to Top of the Box, second edition as we're calling this, because there's now two of us.
Yep.
And that's what's happening.
I've been roped into it.
He has. This is Ross, I'm Luke, we are two people, sorry.
Completely compliant.
Yep. in so many walks of life, is Ross so compliant in this, in that we're doing this in his house. Yes. So, that's how it's going to work. Yeah. We are here because we're going to be doing the One Shelf Challenge that has been seen by people like the Brothers Mirth, Board Game Garden, Foster the Meeple. They've all done their stuff. I'm going to link that down below. You can go check out their really awesome videos. We're doing it with two twists. Would you like to explain what those twists are, Ross?
Sure thing. I mean, one is the space which is directly behind you is significantly larger.
This is fantastic positioning by me.
It is. You are off the screen, which is what everyone wants, is less of your face and more of my face, obviously.
That's what the people have been clamouring for.
Yeah.
That is exactly what's happening. So yeah, so neither Ross or I own Calyxes. Well, Ross does actually. He's got a couple of Calyxes down here.
In the last few days, though.
Yeah.
So.
But our main storage solution are the alternatives, the billies. We have the deeper billies here, the 40 centimetre deep ones, 80 centimetre wide, and we sort of measured this space to be about 30 centimetres. Work on my blocking, that's fantastic. So we're going to be filling in these spaces differently. So there's a little bit of a challenge here. We've got obviously more space than everyone else who's done the Calyx challenge.
Yes.
But we also have bigger games.
A lot of bigger games.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about a big box that just attracts me, but it seems to be my thing.
There are some significant big boxes. I mean, there's some small boxes here. We'll see how it goes.
There are a few. They can sneak a couple in at the end, maybe. But yeah, it's much nicer how deep these are, so we can get.
Yeah, we can see how that goes.
We can see these.
But the other twist on this is we're going to be doing this twice, because we have two separate collections. We do consider ourselves to keep ourselves separate.
We do.
There's a few games that have overlap, like photosynthesis.
Yeah,
Tapestry over there, cartographers.
Yeah. I thought I'm looking on this.
Sushi Go Party.
Yeah,
there's a few bits of crossover and overlap. So we're going to do this to see what I like out of Ross's collection.
Yes.
And then Ross is going to do it, and we can see what he likes out of my collection.
Yeah.
So we're going to give that a go. We're going to split this up over a couple of rounds. So, let's get going. This is going to be my shelf, the one on top. This is going to be Ross's, down below.
Yeah.
And I think, do we need some ground rules as to how we're going to be doing this? So we're going to be doing this by draft.
Yeah.
So we probably should have a die or something to...
Yeah, I've got a coutle of large
that'll do.
wooden ones there, yeah.
That'll do. To decide how we're going to go. That's a massive one on the side there.
Probably a bit too
We're allowing the whole depth for the purpose of this?
I think so, yes.
But zero overhang.
Yes.
Because we have got so much depth in here.
Absolutely.
Overhang.
Yeah.
Expansions. Because I know you have some expansions for some of your games. You don't have them for all of them.
Correct.
Tapestry is the main one.
Yes.
But I know you do have the insert.
Yes.
The new folded space insert, which allows you to fit all of the expansions in there. So I'm proposing that for expansions, if you can fit it in the box, you can have the expansions.
Yes, okay.
Rather than have because I think things like cartographers, like this is the collector's edition.
Yes,
has all the
expansions.
Has all the expansion space that you can fit stuff into.
I don't think there's much else actually on this one. I mean,
having said
the Galaxy Truck Anniversary Edition is literally all of the game as
well. But it is a massive box, so that's the swings on that one. So, I mean, actually, to be fair, having
the two.
Those are the two. So those specific examples, we're considering that they are going to be in the box.
Yes.
So let's see what we're going to draw first. Let's roll to see who is going to be drafting first.
I'm going to get really close to the camera. Sorry about this, everyone. I was just trying to grab.
I mean, I'll just cut around that.
Oh, okay. I'm back.
Hey,
Ross
has magically pulled the dice out.
Yes, I've got a magical dice.
Should we roll it on the shelf?
Should we roll it on the shelf? Yeah. Okay, I'll go first. Be high.
Fantastic audio.
5. That's going to be a lot of clattering.
So 3. You can choose if you would like to go first.
I will go first.
All right.
I think that gives me the best.
Please make your way to the board game.
I think it's going to be really...
Unless you want to start here.
I don't think so, no. I think this way is probably the way I'm going to... It's probably going to be a very obvious early pick because I'm absolutely obsessed with it.
Yes.
And I think that if I don't pick it...
I'm going to.
You're going to.
Yes.
A little bit probably more to troll me than anything else.
Slight spite, yeah.
So I think my best shout is to scoop up, if I can do this safely, ready for all the games to
go?
We're good. Tapestry.
Present at the camera. Yep.
The wonderful game that's Tapestry. And as we have already determined, all of the expansions.
All 3 expansions.
Are we allowing reshuffles?
We can rearrange once we put it in there.
Okay. So I'm just gonna, you know what?
Yeah.
Pride, joy, right in the centre there.
Okay.
I think that's the best shot for it.
All right. So
You,
I'm going to come over here.
yeah.
Now that was going to be my first pick. I'm not going to lie.
Yes.
Because it is a great game.
Yes.
The problem we've got here is that there are a few games that we haven't played yet.
Yes.
Like-
in fact, some of them are still
Certain trade.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's a bit of a tricky one. I'm also kind of thinking player count.
Yes. Fair.
Most of the time, you and I will play games at 2,
Yes.
predominantly with our partners,
Yes.
also predominantly with each other.
Yes.
I think for the purpose of this, also probably not consider BGA. Because
Yes,
obviously
okay.
we can play Tapestry any time on BGA.
Yeah.
So,
It's a doozy.
this is a tricky challenge. I think...
I'm going to scope out my next choice because I've not thought about it.
Yeah, I did not think of a backup
Oh, I think I do
pick.
know what I'm going with next.
I think I'm going to go with a game that both our partners really enjoy.
Okay.
I'm going to go Steampunk Rally.
Ooh, nice. Okay, yeah.
That's all these games fall over.
Yeah.
Particularly, this is Steampunk Rally Fusion,
Yes.
which has regular Steampunk Rally
Yes.
included
Yes.
by Roxley Games. This is the Atomic Edition, which I got for you, as it happens.
Yes, you did.
So that is my first
You're-
pick, Art by Mr. Cuddington.
Definitely my enabler is what we've done. Which is a really
Yes.
weird loop because the beginning of this, I was your enabler,
Yes.
and now we've switched.
We have
And
rotated
now
around a
you're
little bit.
very much my enabler. I
Yes,
think.
that has happened.
Um,
Your pick next.
my
sir.
pick.
I'm
I feel
gonna
like
come
I'm
over here.
rattling through this because I'm so sure about my choices.
Yes.
I'm going to just do a quick vet in my mind. Let me have a little look over here, just in case.
I'm going to go back over here while you're doing that.
We're going to just keep swapping.
Yeah. It's going to be fantastic.
For you to keep cutting every time we're having a conversation.
Well, you know what? This is going to be it's what we've done, and yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be over here,
Okay.
and I think it's going to be cartography.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised you didn't pick this as your.
I didn't think
Second
you would
choice.
go for it straight away.
Ooh, really?
I didn't think you would go for it this
There's-
early. I thought I had a little bit more time.
The main.
I regret that.
It's the flexibility of it.
Yes.
And we talked a lot about how we play 2-player predominantly.
Yes.
So this is obviously great for it. But occasionally I need to host
Yeah.
6, 7
Yeah, absolutely.
odd people, etc. And in fact, I have played this with. In fact, you were there, was it?
We played
10
like 10,
people?
11. Yeah, quite a lot.
Some that went really well. So, here we go. I'll present both of them nice and neatly whilst I still can.
Yes.
So I think that's probably my second choice.
Okay.
I'll get out your way a little bit as you have a think again.
Yeah, this is interesting because again, it's your collection,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking of games that
This is probably why the choice is so easy for me as well. Because
it's a little easier for you than it would be for
It's
me.
going to be interesting on the flip.
Because at the moment, so far, I've gone for a game that we've got. Interestingly, we've gone for games that we both own.
That is true.
So far, these three
well,
games.
I wonder whether we do the same thing when it comes to your collection, or
We go-
because we've done these picks.
We go for a separate one.
Yeah.
I think that will be the assumption, though, is that we don't have access to the games we've drafted this time around.
Oh, okay.
So we don't have to try and remember. We're looking at this as two separate
Okay.
collections.
Okay, yep.
I think, therefore I am. I think I want something. I mean, Tokaido's a good one just because it's.
That box is so battered when you
Because
pick
that
it up.
box is
but-
so bad. It'll be okay to pick it up and just watch it crumble. I think.
I'm definitely a player rather than like a collector pristine boxes. I just need to warn everyone before
Yes,
you
there
start
is that.
atting me in the comments about the state of some of these boxes, I think.
I think. This is interesting because again, we don't know each other's collections as well as we
Yes.
know our own. So I think I'm going to go for something that's a little bit familiar
Okay.
and a little bit to spite you.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go for Carnegie.
Mm.
I don't own this, but 1 to 4 players,
Yeah.
which is always good. I like a bit of a solo game every so often. And I know it's one of your favourite
It
games
is
at the moment.
Yes, it is.
So that is a very slight hate draft.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then again, you took cartographers, so I don't feel that bad about it.
Yeah, I did. I did take cartographers.
All right.
Okay. Okay, that's. I don't. You know what? I don't know if I would have picked it now. It definitely would. It was definitely on
your list.
On my list.
Yes.
But I think it was probably going to be more like 4th or 5th pick.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just because of the niche it feels or doesn't feel. I guess is the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a
back over here to
Whilst I'm thinking.
observe the games. I've got a few options in mind.
I think I know what. I feel like I'm picking really heavy games, but I feel like that's what we're both trying to draft to start with.
Take the space up first, and then we'll try and fit around it. Yeah.
And so I might take a beefy one.
Mm-hmm. You definitely want Twilight Imperium. I know that.
Definitely. Yeah, that is an experience.
Or Eclipse.
Yeah,
which I now have, as it turns out. That's now turned up.
Okay, now we've got more duplication.
Yeah, a little bit.
I've got to remember there's stuff over there as well a little
Yes.
bit. I think I know what I'm going for, though.
I have my next pick.
Okay, I'm probably about to pick the one that you... I just saw you look here as you said you had your next pick. I'm going to scooch these off.
Oh.
And I'm going for Scythe.
Scythe?
Now, I
Big
tell you
boy.
what initially pulled me towards this game is the artwork.
Yeah.
And I am a little bit obsessed with this artwork.
It is great artwork. At some point, I think you will need to get yourself the metal mechs.
Yes.
Just for the funds.
So
Scythe.
So I think that's probably out of the choices we've got, probably going to be
that's fair.
The heavier one. And just rounds off what I've got so far a little bit more. I'm starting to run out of space though to present these all nice and neatly. Scythe's just poking over the top, I think.
You've also got the nice
little... You've just hidden the game behind your back.
I have, because it's my next pick.
Yeah.
You've also got Scythe as one of your nice little meeple design posters on the side.
Yes, I do.
Which
yes.
is quite nice. I have gone for my wrong right.
I've seen it. Yeah. Yes.
Art of Cats Explore and Draw.
Yeah.
I did my top 50 recently, which we're going to get to at some point. Mm-hmm. This was 51.
Okay.
So it was just missed.
But out of my collection, your third pick, interestingly. Yes. So that kind of...
but Carnegie wasn't that high.
Yeah.
All right, so that was my number 3, the Art of Cats Explore and Draw. What are you going to go for next, Ross? Your number 4?
My number 4. Yeah. There's a lot of games on it. I mean, obviously I've got the challenge this year, right, to play
your collection,
play my collection.
Another thing we're going to be talking about is our collections that we challenges for ourselves throughout the year.
And because they've lived in a cupboard for the last forever basically since I've had games. So I've now got them out on the shelves. So I'm like, this is perfect. So even for me, I'm looking through some of these. I'm like, I haven't played these in a long time, or I haven't played them at all. So I'm just trying to think. I think I've got one lined up if I can't think of anything else.
Yes.
And then it might be because I might try to go for like even like more cartographer level. I think
a bit more entry.
A little bit more, a little bit more along that smaller, but not too small. I mean, I don't really tend to have extremely light games.
You do tend to skew slightly more towards the heavy side.
I do, which is ridiculous because I have to convince my other half to play these games with me, and that's not necessarily her jam. So
no, but your board game husband, me, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yes. Right. Okay. Yeah, I think I know what I'm going for.
Okay.
Yes. And I wonder where it would have been on yours actually.
Yeah.
Azul.
Okay.
So
again, I was thinking about Azul. It wasn't that high.
Yeah, slightly fewer players maybe than some of the other picks I've got as well, interestingly. But it's just kind of a classic. You kind of bounce back to it without really too much... I thought if I just try to figure a nice way
because we've had this discussion before. Like you prefer original...
I do, yes.
Basic Azul, whereas I kind of skew towards the Summer Pavilion.
Yes.
Because that was the first one I played. Yeah. Whereas your first one was the original. Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't looked at the Master Chocolatier version.
Yes.
Which, to be fair, is exactly the same game.
Yeah.
Just looks nicer.
And having just said about me not playing games, I'm trying to reduce the number of games, not necessarily... although it does look edible.
It does look edible. All right. Which is not good when you have a small child.
No, also not good when you have a child.
Okay. Yep. I am going to go for a modern-day classic.
Okay.
I'm going to go for Viticulture.
Nice. Yes. Good choice. Good choice.
Essential edition, to be crystal clear.
Yeah.
but does not have Tuscany or the World expansion.
Correct.
Which I have, so I'm not too concerned about that.
Do you think you're going to be able to draft that on your time round, maybe?
Maybe not. I don't know. Here's the thing.
Or is this you just?
Well, because remember, these won't be we won't be considering these lists at all. It will just be whatever we have here. But I know that you can't fit the Viticulture World expansion into the base Viticulture box. You can fit the Tuscany board, but you can't fit Viticulture World because it's got a bigger board.
Yes.
So the box is smaller, is like a laptop. So it doesn't quite fit in.
Okay.
Unless you get the wine crate, which I don't have.
Yes.
So that's a possibility. That's my fourth pick, Viticulture.
Okay.
This would be quite hilarious if we actually ran out of games to draft.
I mean, this is what I say. It's a big space, and I do have big boxes, but we are chunking through all those larger boxes. Okay, I think I know what I want, which is a bit more of like a. This is like classic. What not got me into board games necessarily, but kind of helped propel, helped get that rolling and going a little bit. So I think I know what I'm going for.
Yes.
I'm just gonna have a quick scout over here just to see. Because games I play a lot of at the moment, like Hamlet, I've played quite frequently. But I wouldn't necessarily put up with the must draft right this second sort of.
No. Especially as you know, I'm not as big a fan of Hamlet as you are.
There's less pressure.
Yeah.
Okay, I do think I know what I'm going to go. I also don't know if you'd pick this game. I don't think you would pick this game necessarily. Okay. I'm going to go for Small Worlds.
You're right, I would not pick that game.
So it probably was a safe bet just to leave for a little bit. But this is the game. I remember playing this when I was living at my parents' on the bedroom floor. Because I didn't have any other space to play it.
You lived on the bedroom floor.
I lived on the bedroom floor. That's what it was. No, playing.
Didn't even give you a bed.
Playing on the bedroom. So I realised that one side's upside down, the other side's not. So I was holding the upside down.
Why? Gonna have to reshoot the whole thing.
Right. Right. Okay. So anyway, I picked Small World because I live on my parents' bedroom floor.
Yeah, of course.
Is what we were just discussing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No,
you had three siblings, two siblings, and you just had the bedroom floor.
Yeah, we all just.
It was full-on Charlie Bucket.
Yes. Feet to feet, head to feet.
Yeah.
Whichever way. Yeah.
Four on a bed.
Anyway, it's a game that I used to play quite a lot of. Kind of, didn't necessarily get me into board games. It was definitely an early game I got, and so it's a bit of a classic for me. So I think it's starting to pop open as I'm holding it. So I'm gonna.
This is another reason why I prefer the Billy to the Calixes. Well, because I.
Yes.
This is your question. I don't really care about that so much.
Fair.
I do know that's going to come back to bite me.
Yeah.
Well,
we're going to play a game at some point and be like, can you quickly set this one up? And then, everything's just going to fall out and be in a mess.
Yeah, you're just going to be throwing them around.
Yeah.
Full on Rodney Smith. Box flip, but they're still full. Okay. I'm now thinking. So I've got.
How much space I'm filling up? Yeah.
I've got an 8-player. Potentially in Steampunk Rally. I've got a 6-player in Viticulture and Isle of Cats, Explore and Draw, up to 4 in Carnegie. I think I think all of those are a little skewing heavy.
Okay, yes.
A little heavy skewing. Yeah. So let's go with an easy classic.
Really there. I should have picked that up instead of Small World, really.
Yeah, nice, light, easy. Sushi Go Party. Because you have got regular Sushi Go is around here somewhere. It's up there. Yeah. But although this is a bigger box, there's about 5 times as much game in here.
Yes, it is. Yes.
And we like that. So I'm going to I've still got space to just sort of play around with for a little bit. In fact, I will.
Yeah. What are your shuffles? I might just have a little. I'm curious.
Because I mean, this is how
this way I can.
How deep?
So right. So that's just going to go nicely in there. There we go.
Yeah. This is. You got a nice little stone my corner here. In fact, I can do that.
Will be a theme, I think.
Yeah, I can just do that, and then we can rearrange as we go. Oh yeah, that's satisfying. I'll just leave that for now, and I can move those about. Okay. What is your next pick?
Yeah. What is my next pick? I'm not missing any under here, am I? No. Okay. Caught my mic then. So sorry if you got an earful. I've got one which I kind of want to pick. Again, I don't think you will pick. And to be honest, I feel like maybe it's just this. I have a game which I really love, and then I want to introduce people to it, and I want them to love it as much as I do.
Yes.
and
doesn't quite pay off.
It doesn't pay off. I don't think it clicks necessarily. I don't know whether that's the one I want to pick now, because I don't think you'll pick it either. So I might say that everyone put a pin in that, and we're going to come back to that thought.
Yeah, everyone put a pin in Ross's thoughts.
Everyone write that down.
There will be a test.
Good. Okay, everyone's taking that as a note, and we'll come back to that later. Okay.
Oh, I think I know what that game is.
Oh, I wasn't looking at it then, actually.
No, but I think I know what it is.
Okay, interesting. Okay, well, I'm going to get you to guess later then before I reveal. I think I'm going to go... I feel like, having said I like heavier games, I'm going kind of... Oh, no, I'm not. I'm okay.
I was going to say, I'm
going to go proper, like, almost party style.
I mean, you've got some light games there. Cartographers Azul, they're pretty light. Small World's pretty light.
I'm going to go Secret Hitler.
Interesting.
Because I do have somewhere in here is Avalon.
Yes, I think that's hidden behind one of the shelves.
Yeah, it might be actually. Yes, but when we played Secret Hitler
at Centre Park,
yeah, that was
not a sponsor, but we would take it.
Yeah, that was really funny.
That was really funny, yeah.
And it was probably even though they're all quite similar in what they're doing, that was probably the most fun I've had with a sort of hidden, social deduction, hidden and identity kind of game.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to have to be a pick for me.
Here's the thing about Secret Hitler. I think I agree with you. I think it's the most fun I've had with a social deduction game. It's sticking out though, so be careful of that.
Oh, it is. Okay, so it's got to go this way?
A little bit, yeah. Or it's got to lie flat on top of something in the depth.
It won't. I don't think it will. Okay, I'll figure this out. You keep talking.
Worry about it. I think again, I agree. That is one of the most fun we've had with a social deduction game, including like Laura, who hates social deduction in general.
Okay,
given that she had difficulty with like Chameleon.
Yes.
I wish it was a different theme.
Okay.
If it was Secret Death Eater.
Ooh.
Are you
trying to make a pitch for this?
No, someone else did make this same comment. Like if it was Secret Voldemort.
Yes.
Or Secret Death Eater, or Secret. I'm trying to think of another one where the traitor's hidden in another franchise.
I cannot give you one right now. There's probably a billion.
Secret Sith Lord.
Okay. Yeah.
Then something like that.
Yeah.
Where you had a different IP on it because.
The connotations that come
theme
with that,
is a little distasteful.
It's quite hard as a game to play, like in a pub, for example.
Yes. Where you say, all right, someone is Hitler.
Yeah.
That's a bad place to start things off.
Yes, it is.
So if it had a different theme, I think it would have done a hell of a lot better. Because I remember you trying to find that for a while.
Yes.
And then I found it for you in your local game store as your enabler at the local game shop, which is Games Workshop in Milton Keynes.
Yes.
Is the local one. Just shouting out people because shop local.
Yeah.
Board games. However, if you can't,
brick and mortar.
Zatu is my game shop of choice. You can. Yeah, I mean, it just popped up, but I think it probably it might have done a little bit better if it was a different theme because it is a very good game.
Yes.
But.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of waffling a little bit because I'm trying to think about my next pick. So. Race for the Galaxy. I wonder if that could be the game that you're thinking of. You want people to like? I do like Race to the Galaxy. I think.
I feel like we've secured. Do you want to swap? You come over here and have a look at the. I mean, you can have a look. I just feel like I'm hogging that side of the room and you're hogging that side.
That's okay.
I don't want you to miss out on the opportunities that are over there, though maybe none.
I'm trying to
steer you away from.
No, I know that there's a game on here that you definitely won't pick.
Oh yes, yeah.
Because you're not as big a fan of it anymore. You've called on it quite a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, Tokaido is a maybe because it's a big one that is important to me. I think I'm going to do what is known in the trade as a Nick Murphy, and I'm going to take the Player's Handbook.
Oh, you know what?
For D&D.
Yeah. I kept eyeing them up as well. Does that mean I can take the DM, but then I have to be your DM? Is that the...
you have to slide into my... You have to slide into my DM?
Slide into your DMs.
Chair. But yeah, I have the Player's Handbook.
You have the whole of
D&D.
D&D on your shelf.
Yes,
Okay.
because I could play D&D with just the player's handbook,
Okay. Yes.
which you can watch on our YouTube channel and twitch.tv/equitsurvive. Fridays at 8 p.m. GMT.
If we're doing shenanigans,
Yes.
I'm going to do another. I'm going to do a.
You going to take a deck of cards?
No, actually, I'm not going to take it. I'm going to leave the room for 1 second.
Oh.
And go get something. So I'm going to be back in 1 moment.
This is a great opportunity for me to talk to you, chat, about the wonderful work that we're doing in Equine Survive, where we are going to be taking these games and putting them on this shelf. Oh, okay. I wondered if you might do something
and
like
I'm
this.
And I'm going to win the
sympathy
hearts and sympathy of everyone.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And consider the fact that I have a kid.
Yes.
A toddler, to be fair. Who
yes.
does understand the concept of this and pick First Orchard as my next game.
God damn it.
Because, yeah, I mean, to be honest, just for the concept, and we can hear it rattling around.
Rattling around right next to the microphone. It's a fantastic audio.
Just for the concept of playing a game, taking turns, all that sort of thing, absolutely brilliant. I probably played it more than I played any other game over the last month, even with BGA included. Yeah. Any specific?
You've played a lot of Tapestry.
Yes. So yeah,
okay.
It has to be. I think. I mean, I'm probably going to regret it later when I can't fit it anywhere on my shelf. It's quite a small box profile.
It's a small box.
To be fair. So,
yeah.
Although I might. Hold on, let me just do a little. I've got to make sure this box actually closes. I mean, it's also packed like a toddler's packed it. If we're being realistic.
Yes.
Here. Okay, we're going to.
And that's how Ross packs all his boxes.
Yeah, like a toddler.
Yep.
I mean, it's baggies galore. No kind of sense of organisation at all.
Okay. All right. So we've got a few great games up here. Yep. I mean, Brass Birmingham still in Shrink is a wild card, I think.
Yes.
But you and I both play. We did play Lancashire before, like 2 or 3 years ago. Yes. I think it was pre-COVID.
Yes.
We played that, and I seem to remember we enjoyed it.
Yes.
So Birmingham is widely regarded.
The only time I got through the full game because, again, maybe not the smartest person in the world. I keep introducing that to non-gamers.
Yes.
And then we get about, I don't know, a quarter of the way in and we go, should we just make this the shorter version of the game just to
Okay. I'm going to go for a small box game. I'm going to go for Star Realms.
Nice, yes.
Now, assuming you could actually fit the base Star Realms into this box.
I believe so.
Because this is the Star Realms Frontiers box. I think
so. I don't think I've...
Yeah, you could fit that in there.
Yeah. Let's just say, I'll give it to you.
I think you could fit
I'll give it to you.
all of that into the Star Realms Frontiers box. Because I like Star Realms. I think Star Realms is a nice little thing. And also, look at how nicely that just fits in there.
Yeah, I'm getting a bit nervous about the odd-shaped boxes I'm doing. Because you just want lots of the standard, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what I should have been really considering.
All right, your pick, sir.
It is my pick again. Ooh. Ooh. I want to pick that game, but it's a kind of a stupid pick. But I want to pick it. I guess I should pick it because I want to pick it. That's kind of the point, a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, that is the point of a drafting thing where we do this. If you're going to go for it, I'll make my guess. For what I think it is.
I'm thinking about whether I want to secure. Okay, you make your guess.
Two possible options.
Okay.
It's either Race for the Galaxy.
It's not.
Or Root.
Oh, it's neither.
Oh, okay.
But it is one you have played. No, you haven't played this. Have you played this before? I think we attempted to play this. We're going to
find out.
And it got shut down. It's actually Space Alert.
We did play this. We played it.
Did we actually get a game? Yeah,
we did play it. Actually,
get a game through. We did. Okay.
We did.
And I really like the concept of this game.
Yes.
I like the mad panic that it is, but it doesn't. It always seems to be a bit of a miss.
Yeah,
it seems to be a miss when I try to introduce it to people. So, I mean, I'm putting it in. I picked it up now, so it's going
you can put it back
somewhere. No,
technically, I picked it up.
That is true. You passed it to me. Scandalous. I
could have put it on your shelf. So
I'm gonna borrow your shelf for a second.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go over here.
That actually helps because now I can focus on. Right, I feel like there's a good tucking space there which I can do. I should probably get this one from
Get down here.
for now.
Oh, here we go. Here's
Okay.
regular star
Oh,
rose.
yeah, you could probably get that in there.
That would fit in there quite easily.
Yeah.
So I'm down here on the floor now, folks.
Yeah. It's getting intense.
And I am thinking, I think I'm going to go with something that is good for 2.
Okay.
Because I do a lot of, as we said earlier, I do a lot of games that are 2-player predominantly. I think I want to go for something that is best at 2.
Yes. It's
2
funny
options.
because as you're saying this, I'm looking at all the games around you and trying to be like, which one's he going to pick? I think I know now, but yes.
Yeah. I'm going to go... Yeah, I'm going to dice throw. Dice thrown. Codenames Duet was attempt, but I think I like this more than you do anyway.
Yes, I think you do. Yeah.
I've gone quite hard on this quite recently.
Yes.
I've watched quite a few videos of Dice Thrown, and I've just picked up the Battle Chest, which has all 8 characters from season 1.
Nice, yes.
At Aircon. No, I didn't buy it. I got it in a raffle, which was quite nice. Yeah. I'm going to go with Dice Thrown. It's a nice small box as well.
It is nice, a small box, yes.
Which gives me a little bit more flexibility. In fact, I could do this, and it's not sticking out the end.
I mean, it's close.
It's close.
If I could be bothered to manoeuvre any of the cameras we've set up, I would demonstrate how close.
Yeah.
But
that.
I think you are safe. What do you think? You
Yeah, we're fine.
Poke out. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's mostly so it can be seen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I like it, and I think the problem is I wanted to really like it.
Yes.
And that I set the expectation too high.
What I think part of your other problem is you've been playing with the 2 base sets.
Yes.
Which only like the.
Almost
not
like
to be
introductory
disparaging. They are the
almost.
introductory characters. They're listed
yeah.
in the big one as like difficulty 1 and 2.
Yes.
I think if you tried some of the more difficult characters,
Yes,
you would. I think you would really like it.
I'm wondering whether I can. I'm going to take Sushi Go.
Okay.
Now, it's really funny because you said earlier about bigger box, more games sort of thing.
Yes.
And I've talked a little bit about BG. I'm a parent, so that's basically the only time I get to play games. I prefer playing with the base game rules over playing with new rules anyway when I'm playing it. So I'm not too upset about you grabbing the party. And I think... Oh, it's not. I really hoped it was going to sit there. It doesn't. You're going to just do a little replay of the disappointment on my face.
I mean, I will try.
There's a really cute little spot right here that I could have. In fact, I can nudge a small one forward. Oh, I've got loads of room now. I could put something else in there. I'm going to just tuck it. I'm going to put it out here so it's got a little bit of screen time. But I'm going to probably tuck it in behind there at a later day, I think.
Okay. All right. That's...
What you're thinking.
You know what I don't have on any of those on any of those games? I don't have a co-op.
Okay.
I don't have anything that is cooperative.
Neither of us do actually. Do
no, neither of us have got co-op.
No, I've got Space Alert.
Space Alert, that's co-op. So I'm leaning towards something co-op-y.
Okay, yeah.
Which
you've got so much more space than me. Sorry, I know I keep interrupting.
I have got a lot
You've got so much space. How's this happen? We picked the same number of games. What is this? Yep, go on.
Yep. I think I'm going to go Pandemic.
Okay, yes.
I think that scratches the co-op itch.
Yes.
It's a small box.
It is a small
which
box.
helps.
I think you're being smarter about this than I am.
I have watched a lot more YouTube videos.
I've seen just one.
Which one did you watch? Was it the Brothers Murph?
Yeah, it was the Brothers Murph, actually. Yeah, it was,
Yeah, I recommend watching Brothers Murph, Board Game Garden, and Fossil the Meeple. They all have excellent videos. I think this originated somewhere else. I'll try and find a link. I'll describe it and put it in the link if I can find it. But yeah, that is my pick, Pandemic.
Okay,
I think that's the sort of, that's the classic co-op,
yes.
I think.
Yes.
And looking at the rest of the games you have here,
not a lot of...
You haven't got a huge amount of co-op?
No.
I mean, the ones you do have, I haven't played, like Sleeping Gods and The King's Dilemma, just above me here. I haven't played either of those. I could take them away from you, because I have so much space.
You could. Fog of Love's on here as well, you could potentially...
That's a semi-co-op,
yeah, I mean, so is kind of King's Dilemma, to be fair, because you kind of... You want you to win, basically.
Yeah. Your pick?
My pick?
Oh, but Tiny Epic Dungeons, I guess, is a co-op.
Yes. My pick. Well, I'm thinking I need to just like pack some more space out before I pick bigger games.
Yes.
So
So I like your leveling here, though. That's quite
I'm trying,
nice.
yeah, it's all nicely and neatly. I was really hoping Sushi would go down here, but there's no chance of that. So I'm going to, whilst I've distracted you, pull Love Letter
Nice.
off the shelf.
Nice.
And this is, I like this game, but the pick is a little bit strategic based on size of shelf space, rather than I'd be like, this is one. But this is a good travelling game.
It is a good travel game, yes.
As I'm again moving board game components very close to the microphone and making.
ASMR.
Let me just see your ears.
You can survive. ASMR. We're very sexy.
Right, okay. I'm going to pop this in as I walk past you, so I'll let you go this way.
Yes.
I'll go that way. And I'm going to just slide this right there.
Nice. I do like Love Letter. Or
Yeah.
I called on Love Letter quite a bit.
Yes, you have.
I prefer the Marvel Love Letter,
yes.
personally. Just because I don't like player elimination.
Yes.
That's a big thing about
Yeah.
Love Letter.
Yeah.
If you're playing at 2, it kind of doesn't matter, but the Marvel Love Letter does fix that at least.
Yes.
As I pontificate,
Nice word.
thank you, and think about my next pick. What's this? I haven't seen this one before. That is String Railway.
Again, a game I've not yet played. I picked up a little bit on a whim, actually, that game.
Let's see. What can I see over there? I've seen the other co-op I could have gone for. So I might do that. I think I'm going to go for another co-op because I've got space to burn a little bit. I'm going to go with Mysterium
Okay, yes.
because I think that
Yes.
scratches the co-op itch.
That's actually
It's also a really good one. It's one of your favourites to
Yes.
introduce to people.
Yes, it is,
Because
absolutely.
it's 2 to 7, which is a bit of a weird player count anyway.
Yes.
Co-op.
Yeah.
And it's something familiar.
Yes.
Because you've got the Cluedo vibe. So if you're
Yes.
introducing this to new players, you've got something to base it off of,
Yeah.
and then go from there.
Yeah, I think that might be, and I know I'm probably going to contradict myself in a second, that might be the most played game
In your collection,
in my collection.
physical game.
Physical
To
game.
clarify, yeah.
Just to clarify, yes.
Good app as well.
Yes,
Mysterium app.
yeah.
And you've got expansions for
I do.
Mysterium,
They are in that pack.
which are in the box, yeah.
So they're all in there.
So I can turn this around a little bit because
I felt like I
Just
had a
to-
game and now I've forgotten what my game
just
was
to
gonna
demonstrate how much extra space I have.
be. Yeah. I feel like I've only got a quarter of my
I've got
shelf
a
left.
lot to play with. Because we do have this depth as well. You can fit a game
Yeah,
that way.
That's going to be my last, like, I don't know.
Last hurrah.
Yeah, Eclipse. Right. Yeah.
Just nail it on
I
and
think it
hope.
will probably overlap, to be fair, and go out. I think
Just a smidge.
Twilight Imperium, just dump it straight in. I was wondering if anyone would be brave enough to pick it. Yeah, I mean, we're not now. at this
Anyone
point.
being you or me.
Yes.
Given that neither of us have played it, probably a bit too much of a gamble.
Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble. Yeah, what was I going to go for? I don't know whether to keep on this small game kind of vibe.
There's 2 games in my mind that I'm surprised you haven't picked yet, but I think I know why you haven't picked them.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Because of, I think the reason you haven't picked them is because you're not afraid of I'm going to take them.
Oh, maybe. Oh, we'll see then at the end. It's funny, isn't it, where we think of each other thinking.
Just
in
in
the background.
outside.
I've got a lake near me, everyone. It's not I keep geese or anything like that. Or do I?
Well,
A little bit of mystery. Islebound is a bit.
Islebound's good.
Root is probably one of the games that you think I'm going to pick, but you think that I think that you aren't going to pick it.
I mean, you know that I'm not going to pick it.
So I think I'm safe with leaving that because I probably will come back round at some point maybe. I feel like I want to finish. In fact, let me just have a little. I'm trying to delay for time here as I'm thinking.
A little bit,
I want
yeah.
A bit more space. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit of what you did, to be honest.
Yes. Oh, there's Avalon. It's behind 2 Rooms in the Moon.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You get down here.
I've got 20. Oh,
Okay.
We're getting low.
How's it going down
there? I'm going to do. I think it's here. It is here.
He's
So
getting
kind of another.
RPG?
Yeah.
Oh,
a
colossal.
bit of a niche. So.
Ooh.
That's you might have pulled the wire out. I don't know if the light is. We're going a little bit dark here in.
Crosshouse.
I'll fix it in 2 seconds. There's a button on the stick you can press. That or my. Oh, there we go. And we're back.
Technical
Yeah.
darkness interlude has been something on that light
well,
switch.
we've makeshift a studio of sorts. So
yeah, we're making do.
Kicking wires is a real potential. Solo game.
Yes.
Now, neither of us historically have been much of solo games. Although you said recently that you've been
getting more into solo games. Yeah.
And this is about as close as I've come to dipping my toe into that. And
have you actually started that?
I have
Because you
actually
bought that
started
for me initially.
I did, yes.
And then
Unaware that
Laura had bought it for herself.
Already, yes. I have started one actually, yes.
Nice.
And yeah, it's really good. In fact, probably one of the deck of cards I've got somewhere here will be
the one that goes with it.
that's going with this. So if we open up a deck of cards and it's in a random order, that would be why. As in back to back. So and this is good because I can maybe
slot that in.
I'm thinking I'm going to go like this.
Yep. Nice.
And do that. Right, I'll get out of your way so you can have a little ponder again.
There's still quite a few good ones. Ticket to Ride, Santorini.
Yeah,
Dice Forge, I think, is a great game. I talked about this in one of the original Top of the Box episodes where I talked about games I prefer to play digitally. Dice Forge was one of them because it's just so fiddly.
Yes.
It's a bit frustrating.
Which is funny because when we played it digitally, I said, even though it is fiddly, I prefer the tactile of it. And that was what draws me to that game. Drews me to that game.
Yep. Perfect grammar.
Yeah.
I think...
Yes.
I'm going to go... This was probably one of my safer bets for later on, but I think I'm going to take it now. Carcassonne.
Yeah.
Because I know you've cooled on this quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I still really like it.
And I'll tell you what, again, going to your more game equals better, I wonder whether it's the expansions which we've been playing more recently that has called me to it. I don't know, because we've played a lot more... I don't know. You probably remember better at what point I probably started thinking about flipping tables and stuff with Carcassonne, but...
Most recently, I don't think we've actually...
After
I think...
Expansion
As
plays.
a little bit after expansion plays, but I think since we did expansion plays, we reverted back to base Carcassonne, maybe with the river. Well, no, actually, no, we switched off the river because you specifically didn't like the river.
I mean, there's a lot of things. Again, no offense to any game designers here, as we're discussing these things.
No.
There's a lot of things that I'm not the hugest fan of.
No. But I think...
Yes, a safe bet for you, yes.
I think it's a safe bet for me. I think it's a classic. I think it's a modern classic for purposes. I mean, it won did it win the Spiel? I don't think it won the Spiel.
It's normally on a box, isn't it?
Well, not always. Depends on the age of the game.
That might be an older print, to be fair, as well.
Could be. I don't remember. It might have been nominated, maybe 2000. I'm not sure. Yes. I'm going to put
Congrats on your award that you may or may not receive.
Indeed. I'm going to put it... I'll put it here for now. Ooh, that's unsatisfying. Just as the back of the box just went...
Oh, yeah.
Everything has come out.
There's a lot of sliding around. Well, that's your bad. You picked. You know what you didn't realise was just before this, I sabotaged that box.
Yeah, spring loaded.
Knowing that you were going to pick it.
I'll tell you what.
Here's
how I solve that problem. I put heavier boxes next to it. Your pick, sir.
It is.
That goes so far back in as well. I could probably do something like that.
It is my pick.
Now we're starting to. Now I'm getting towards the limit of games of yours I've played. Because there's a few of your games here, like something like Smash Up, which I culled.
Yes.
A while back.
Right, so I've picked a game.
Yes.
For my son.
Yes.
So I'm going to pick a game
for your daughter.
Which doesn't exist. My wife. And I'm going to go Cat Lady.
Yes, that's fair.
I think.
Yes.
Which again is probably because the main people I play games with I've listed in the last 30 seconds.
Yes.
Gets played quite a lot.
Yes.
And I mean it's just such a
yeah.
It's an easy thematic game. It's an easy theme to convince people to. And hopefully, in fact, let me think. Maybe I can oh no, it's not. I don't even know why I started dreaming that was going to be a possibility. That's miles off.
Good Lord, Ross.
I'm going to, for now.
That'll do.
I'll think about it later.
Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't fall off.
Yeah. So I think I need to go more towards something that's for me. Because I've gone through a few co-op games. I've gone through a few easy games that I know are positioned like... Laura will always be down to play Steampunk Rally.
Yes.
Carcassonne, she loves it.
Yes.
Sushi Go Party, those again lighter ones. Carnegie's probably my heaviest.
Sushi Go Party is very close to that line.
Oh, it's so close, isn't it? But it just fits.
It's got that raised surface on it.
Yeah.
And it's just. I mean, I'm not gonna.
There you go.
You're safe.
I'll save myself that. Viticulture, I think Carnegie's probably my heaviest.
Yes.
At the moment, I think I want something that's a little meaty.
Yes.
Yeah.
You probably could get on there.
I probably could fit it
you
in
probably
there.
could. You just have to put all of your other games horizontal on top.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with a bit of a gamble, I think.
Yeah.
Because I did enjoy it. I'm going to go with Brass Lancashire.
Okay.
Because I remember enjoying the game.
Yeah, it is good. It is.
It is a big, beefy, heavy thing.
Yes.
I could go for Birmingham, but the Birmingham box is marginally bigger.
Yeah. I can never. You know what? This is probably going to out me as
fake ball gamer.
a fake ball gamer. Yeah.
Look at these games; they sit and shrink.
I mean that as well. Yeah. Is the differences between them?
So,
Because
Birmingham
has beer in it.
Birmingham has beer in it.
That's basically
also,
as far as my understanding goes.
The also thing about Birmingham is it's set in Birmingham.
Of course.
I don't know. I haven't played it either, but there are. Yeah, I think there's a couple of differences between Birmingham and Lancashire. But I'll go with Lancashire only because I have played it.
Yes.
And I don't want to like a meaty game. I remember it fondly.
Yes.
Will I enjoy it the same now? I don't know. We need to try it. We will.
We need to play them all. So.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to keep going my theme of small games fill that top gap. Almost.
I've just realised how much space I've eaten into
Yeah,
with
very
those
quickly,
last
yes.
3 picks.
And now and what's funny is because of the curves that we're on, I'm sniping all the smaller games. Then when we get there, I'm actually going to go Smitten.
Yes.
I mean, it is obviously
Unplayed.
ridiculously tiny and unplayed, but it's the potential in it. I think there's just something like
It's a two-player co-op game,
which is
from
the perfect bit as well because again, having just made my last 2 choices about
Wife and Son.
Yes, playing with Wife and Son. I think I'm going to do this one. So, and again, like I say,
teeniest
of the tiniest. Oh, we're going to do a little swap.
Yep. I'm going to go
Yeah.
teeny tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny Epic Dinos.
Yes.
I like Tiny Epic Dinos.
Yes.
I've played it a fair bit myself.
Yes.
Because I have a copy and it will fit there. In fact,
I didn't even realise you had a space there when I was looking for that.
Yeah, because Carcassonne doesn't take all the space, but I can put tiny Epic Dinos. In fact, I can probably fit Tiny Epic Dinos.
I think I know where we're going to go.
I can put it there for
I
now.
think I want to go over here next as well, I think, anyway.
Because Tiny Epic Dinosaurs is... It scratches sort of the itch of running the dinosaur theme park, like Dinosaur World, Dinosaur... the Rotten Right, and Dinosaur Island. I played Dinosaur World the other night. We played 3 rounds of it. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I quite liked it. That is going to be available on the YouTube channel. Put a card up for it somewhere.
They're all done. Right, okay. We're starting to get... There's games which I'd be like, oh yeah, that's easy. It's sort of like an easy pick, but it's more the space constraint now that's like...
that Small World expansion that you've got there, that can probably just be put to one side. Mysterium Park. Well, you could take Mysterium Park. It's a different game.
Yeah, it is.
Whereas the Small World expansion, that could easily fit in the...
I'm going to pick Root, I think.
Okay.
And a bit like your pick earlier, where we said, there's not as much pressure from the other person potentially.
Yes.
So there again, I've played other people's versions, so this is still in the shrink. It needs to get out ASAP. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it here, and then I can put another game in behind.
That fits so
I'm really
nicely.
glad that did fit nicely as I put it there, because I was not convinced that was going to work like that.
I'm intrigued to see who you think you're going to play that with. I'm not sure that's going to be one that your wife will enjoy.
I'm going to try loop her in with the cute animals. That's my evil plan.
So, all this to say, I need to pick a board game.
You do.
And I think... I'm going to come back to the shelf, actually.
Yeah,
I started going and I was like, no, hang on.
Look at your space.
Well, not so much the space, more the games and the balance of the collection a little bit.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
So we've got Carcassonne, which is a good intro level. We've got Steampunk Rally, good little engine builder. Brass.
I gave up on trying to make like a good shelf as soon as I ate into all of my space, and then opted for the.
I'm now kind of switching back a little bit to sort of thinking of the game group I want to cultivate.
Yes.
So Brass, I think, sort of appeals to the heavier gamers. Mysterium is a good co-op game. Pandemic, also a good co-op. D&D.
Just got quite a lot of co-op you just rattled off there.
Well, two.
Or team-based? I was including D&D in that.
D&D, yeah. Two. Then RPG, which you can just go a little bit wild with. Dice Throne, Sushi Go Party, Carnegie, Viticulture, Explore and Draw, Art of Cat, and Star Realms.
Yes.
And Tiny Epic Dinos.
Yes.
I think I need something that's a little more party game feel.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to come over for Codenames.
Okay. Yeah.
I was tempted by Duet.
Yes.
Because again, predominantly 2-player.
Yes.
But I think if I ever get a large player count,
yes,
Codenames is the way to go.
And having said I was going to contradict myself again, that probably will be one of the more played, definitely one of the more played games I have.
Yes, I remember you getting this for your birthday one year, and that was the day that Fraser came to join us for D&D, and we played that. Your pick.
I'm too busy talking to you and putting my mic out and discussing things as rather than being like, should I actually consider what I should pick next?
Yes.
So I'm gonna. Okay, I think I know what I want to go for because I'm a bit worried it's actually going to be smaller and that's going to annoy me. I want this standard box size like I've got.
Okay. Yeah,
in fact, I think these guys are. Yeah, they are a bit longer, aren't they?
Yes.
Does Root fit that? No, Root's a bit more.
A little bit.
Oh, but Root does.
Go deep. Nice.
Okay,
However, that does leave you a weird shelf.
it does leave me a weird shelf, but I'll fix that with something, I'm sure. Okay, I'm going to just lean in
Yes, lean in.
and have a little think. I don't think there's a few games on here, maybe. There's nothing that I'm like, I must grab now. So I'm going to come back to these in 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't, again, one you're not a fan of necessarily, but
Yes.
I do quite enjoy. I think. I keep looking at one game, and so I think that's the game I'm going to go for. I'm going to go Above and Below.
Okay. I thought you might go for Above and Below. Again, unplayed.
Yes.
But you have played Sleeping Gods and Near and Far.
Yes, I have actually played it once, years and years ago, in drafts.
Oh, yeah.
In London. So, and I like the.
Did you take? No, you didn't take it.
Storytelling element.
Yes.
But with a tweak of competitiveness.
Yes.
And obviously, Sleeping Gods is a storytelling element with a tweak of cooperativeness. So,
Yes.
but it's obviously a much larger box. So, again, like I say,
Just gonna make do what you got.
oh, that's even better, actually.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, the satisfaction.
Uh-huh.
The satisfaction.
There is satisfaction. All right.
I'm looking at that going, I could probably only really get like one game in that space.
Yeah.
It's
I've got maybe a couple.
3 picks for you, like at the end, I think, one
Yeah.
after potentially. Or we start getting to the real, like, the fluxes and the other bits and bobs.
I'm coming straight over.
Yeah. And
Hanabi.
as I moved that stack, I went, I shouldn't have done that.
Yep.
I don't know if you'd already seen it.
I had clocked it, and it was my next pick, and that just
Yeah.
fits.
That's a great
so
shout.
nicely on top of there.
That's a really, really good shout.
Hanabi, the cooperative hand management game with fireworks.
I actually really like that game.
I really like that game. I think I prefer the BGA adaptation in as much as because we never really play it in real time.
Yes.
But I think that then eliminates what it is. It stops it being a memory game. That just turns it into a how can you game the system to get the clues that you want.
Yeah.
But I think you and I have a fairly good understanding of how the other thinks.
Yes.
Those sort of things. So
sometimes to fault actually as well.
A little bit,
because
yes.
we have our systems, and then one of us is like, well, I have to give this clue, and then
we're screwed.
And then we're screwed basically because that was the decision made.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit.
Oh, chuck the Star Realms out behind as well because I've claimed that one
Has,
technically.
Have I got a roll and write in there? Oh, I do.
You've got cartographers.
Cartographers, I forgot. I forgot what I picked. Yeah, I do. You're right. I don't need to stress about that. So I think Twilight Inscription can park for a moment. I think.
Again, you've only played once.
Yes.
On
There's a few games
TTS.
Here. Yeah, there's a few games here. I mean, I could probably just... Could I get Eclipse in there? No. Thickness-wise, I could. Length, I don't think I can because of the Azul.
You've also got that weird... You've got Sushi Go at the back
You're
there.
right. I do. You're right.
I mean, I'd love you to try. Because it'd be funny.
Again, I think I'm going to go smaller.
Uh-huh. You've got a smaller space
That's what I'm
here.
thinking. I don't know whether this is going to fit there. As I try to remember, I think I'm going to...
I was going to give you an option.
Yeah, I'm probably going to... Yeah, it's going to give me a little bit more. I think I'm going to...
But I mean, it's your shop. You do what you like.
Well, at the moment it's just nice because it's just
Yeah.
Canvas.
Uh-huh. That was my next pick.
Because it's a good player count, different kind of concept really than you see in most games, particularly with the see-through cards. And so I think that's probably, and it's going to fit nicely, hopefully.
Yes.
Definitely in this space here. So I think, based on what's left, I feel like that's filling a nice niche for me. I think that's the.
Okay.
To try not to trip over games on my way back.
Yeah.
We're getting there now, aren't we?
We are getting there. I mean, I've still got. I could fit two decent-sized games in space.
How have I don't know how I filled the space.
Tapestry and Scythe.
I mean, I had to pick Tapestry.
You had to
and
pick
a little bit.
Tapestry and Scythe, I think, are your two.
I probably did go big right at the beginning, to be
You did.
fair. And maybe I can pack more efficiently, but I'm not going to stress it too much.
No. See, I'm looking over there, and there's maybe 2 or 3 games that are maybe on the things that I would go for. There's a few games I've written off as not going for. I'm going to go for something that scratches a particular itch I have of that sort of puzzliness.
Yes.
I'm going to go for Verdant.
Ooh. Is this one of the ones you thought I was going to go for?
Yes, because I'm not as big a fan of Verdant. I much prefer Cascadia.
Yes.
However, the other one in this trilogy I really am not a fan of. There's not anything against it, it's just not for me. So I think this scratches that puzzly itch.
Yes.
It's simple enough to teach to anyone. So I think it's nice and light, and I think it's a nice small box size.
Yes.
I can still fit something in there. Can I swap it around? Codenames? No. No, you lunatic. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Your picks. I'm going to come over here.
Yeah, I mean, I think I know what I'm going for, and I think I do want to travel over that way. So this is perfectly timed, Luke. How you still got half.
I am a master of timing and such.
I was looking at Gloom because it's a small box.
Yes.
But
and the transparent cards that you like from
yes,
Canvas.
But because I picked Canvas, I think there's a tiny gap there. I'm wondering whether actually I could squeeze. Where's it gone? Could I squeeze that? Could I squeeze string away in there? Could I?
Yeah, you probably could.
There's a little gap here. No, I think it's too big. I'm not going to do it. Just talking to myself then, as I'm an hour about life. So I think I'm going to go for. I think I'm going to take the hit. I think I'm going to go for my last big game. And hopefully it fits. But I'm just double checking before I do commit to that. Because I think it kind of is that middle ground game that helps. What do I want? So this is going to just uncomplicate my life a little bit if I do that. There is still a gap behind there. There's that. It's the Secret Hitler.
Yeah.
So,
you went with 2 quite big boxes.
I'll tell you what I can.
And a couple of awkward shapes.
Yeah. it's fine. This is what it's basically a game in itself, isn't it? A little puzzle.
Yeah.
So I've got one game in my mind.
That's fine. It's TV. I thought it might have been.
It's
Baby.
probably also geese. To be fair.
Could be, yes.
A local hooligans.
Mm-hmm. It's funny they weren't here until you moved in.
Like I brought them with me. I think I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to go photosynthesis.
Oh,
Which is a chunky box.
that is a big one. Now, if you try and fit it and it doesn't fit, you
Yeah.
are allowed one
I think it will
retcon.
fit, but I think that's going to be
It
it.
for the
But
biggies.
to be honest, I can't put 2 games in that space
No.
of
It's-
this sort of any.
Yeah, the sort of weight. You need
The only-
thin.
Agricola was the only other one that I was
Uh huh.
umming and ahhing about. But I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to do this.
All right.
This is so. It sits nicely in that medium area where I can introduce this to someone who doesn't know games, but I can also play it with someone who does know games.
Yes.
And they will get enjoyment out of it for different reasons. And that is
Yes.
why, and a lot of my games probably fit somewhere, apart from maybe some of the outliers, in that space.
Oh, very nice. And I think it's a game I use
Okay,
to
so top, okay.
help teach Laura, bring Laura into the hobby.
Yes,
So it's a very good game for that.
And now she's hooked, so it's...
Yeah, it's worked. I think I'm going to go for a game that I know she loves and one that I've had increasing
Yep.
rise on there. I'm going to go for Villainous.
Yes.
Disney Villainous.
Again, one that I'm not so...
You're not so hot on,
Yeah.
but
Yes.
you keep it around.
Yes. Yes.
I quite like it. I've really grown to like Villainous recently. Yeah, it's good. And it's on Laura's 10x10, which is another thing that's quite helpful.
You're obligated to pick it.
A little obligated to play it, but
Yeah.
we played a 4-player game of it at
Yeah.
Aircon this
Yes.
past weekend, and it was really good fun. Even though we were playing it at like midnight because we were just
Yes.
staying late so the hall to be open. Playing at midnight, 2 people hadn't really played it before.
Yeah.
All of us playing with new characters,
Yeah,
and it was just
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
And now they're starting to bring in Pixar characters, and I have to say,
Yeah.
I do prefer the Disney version to the Marvel version. In fact, we actually sold our copy of the Marvel version because it just didn't scratch the same itch. But do really like the Disney version.
Yeah. I mean, it's the kind of it's the classic, isn't it, really, of them?
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to pick.
Okay.
You bought me enough time. And it's almost, funny because it's a similar-ish sort of theme. For the same reasons, you picked Verdant.
Arboretum.
from
Yeah.
Verdant. So, it's that kind of puzzle... Yeah, I think there is plenty of room there. It's that puzzle... it's like kind of that puzzle card game. And, yeah, it's just nice. It just, like I say, it scratches that kind of puzzle itch. And also it's smaller, but it does the same sort of thing. So I think... Is there space behind? There isn't. I wanted it to go like... I can go like this way. Can I go this way?
You can go that way.
This way. And then I'm going to come back to that problem at a later date is basically where I'm at. Having said that I'm got funky spaces, you've got quite a different... This is a nice space to fill.
Yes, the front of that.
This gets a bit
It's a
more
bit
challenging
challenging.
for you.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go for Race for the Galaxy.
Which I don't have space for, but would probably been one of the last few games I would have squeezed in. With Mysterium stitched you up there.
Yeah, but I can... It's all right, I'm going to move things around.
Oh!
I'm moving things.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, squaring it off, yeah. Smart.
A little bit. I feel this is just a bit too... God damn you, Disney villains, you're ruining it again. Ruining it for everyone.
Yeah.
But I can
Yeah,
do...
make that, yeah. I mean, not to help you, not to... would you like a hand? Would you like me to hold something for you?
That's all right, I can manage. You go pick your game.
Know what I'm picking
Okay.
whilst you're shuffling.
Yes.
And I could talk about it whilst you're shuffling. So this is a game which probably no one knows. And I'm running out of space, so this is kind of my only options as well. Is Super 5.
Ooh.
So
I've seen that. I don't know what it is.
having said some of the games which I've picked on here, I've picked because they were kind of like Small World, for example, where I'm just getting into it, and some playing some. Super 5 was one of the games where I actually, as a kid, played, and this was a great holiday game. And basically, it's kind of like it's like Uno style kind of like card play, but you have 5 lives, and it has the most satisfying. I have to do this just little. If I even get them satisfying little like people lives that you pop down.
Oh,
if
nice.
You hurt people. So yeah, really good travel game, and was literally one of the first games I ever started playing. So and hopefully.
Don't put it on my shelf, please, Ross. No.
That would have been so good. Hopefully, I'm going to squeeze
a bit behind canvas
under here. And that's going to do the trick.
Okay.
I really am out of space.
I'm stretching it now. I think I've got room for one, like this space here.
Yes.
That's that space for one biggie.
Yep.
And then I'm probably at my limit.
Yep. At this point, I'm mostly picking to
fill the space.
Yeah. So it's just yeah.
I think, looking at what's available, I don't think there's anything over here necessarily. Yeah. Maybe Tokaido, because that is a big thing for me personally. And it's not that thick of a box.
No.
I think I'm going to go with something that is a theme that I like.
Okay. Santorini. Yes. If I had the space, it would have been just kind of on that
on that cusp.
List. Yeah. Nice.
Oh, I don't like how that sits.
Yes, Santorini is. Well, I played Santorini in Santorini.
You did?
Enough, yeah. So.
Oh, yeah, that's much better.
I think it's a good game. But I think it's like
space for another.
Yeah. Is it me again?
I think for both of us, this is probably going to be last picks.
Yeah. I think. So I could go. Could I squeeze Mysterium Park?
I think you
here
could.
If I cleared this out.
I think you could.
Or if I was smarter about it, so I could probably fit that in there, or I could just do it double probably in here.
Yeah, you probably fit double in there.
I think those are my 2 options. I think based on the space.
Also, Gloom. You did mention Gloom earlier.
Gloom, I think because I've got canvas and it's a similar sort of
mechanic.
Yeah. And I prefer canvas. I think I'll leave it as an option for you, so you can fill in some gaps.
I think that would fill in a decent. That would fill in a nice little spot at the top there.
I think so. I think if I'm looking at the small games right here, I definitely like even Codenames I couldn't squeeze in there now.
No.
Exit games, they have their place, but I'd kind of rather just go to a escape room for that kind of that experience.
I quite like the Unlock series personally.
Yeah.
The Unlock series is good fun.
Yeah. So I've got double basically is my only choice. There's not really a lot that goes on over here. I mean, Wind Up I've played a couple of times. It's a bit of a smaller known game. Well, it's a known game. That's it really, isn't it? My options are String Railway, double, or I do a bit of fudging around and I try to squeeze Mysterium Park in. I'm going to go double.
Okay.
If I'm creating like the safe bet shelf that fits everyone's needs, which I think is where I'm sitting at the moment. I think that's the thing. This is where it doesn't even fit. Oh, it does. I thought it wasn't going to, but I got it.
It's just going to roll out.
Here we are. I think that's my... I think that'll be my lock-in.
Okay. So, I'm thinking I can probably fit one more...
What is that kind of space? I'll stand off.
I think that's a regular game size.
Yeah, the Epic Dinosaurs might catch you up, but you can tuck that behind.
I can tuck...
Santorini
in fact, I could do this with Tiny Epic Dinosaurs, I think.
In fact, you could probably tuck a lot, like even dice throwing behind there. You could probably get a long... Or maybe not, that's less space than I thought.
That is less...
That does go in there, though. Yeah.
That fits in there nicely, and so does Hanabi.
Yeah, nice.
Yes. I think I've still got... I think that's a regular game size.
Yes.
There.
Yes. And you got one take backsies still anyway.
I do.
So.
I think I'm going to go super, super, super intro classic.
Okay.
I think we're going to Ticket to Ride.
Yep. Yep.
Because I know you have the Ticket to Ride Asia
I do, yes.
maps up there.
Yes.
And those would definitely fit in here.
They would, yes.
Take the insert out, just
yes.
fit. So I think Ticket to Ride...
Okay. That's really, really satisfying.
That is deeply satisfying.
Okay. Do we want to try go one more?
We'll do one more, and we can see how we can what we can fit in there.
I might try squeezing Mysterium Park then as the last one.
Okay.
I think. And then I think that's the last one. I don't think. Yeah.
Tiny Epic Dungeons is possible.
Epic Dungeons is a good shout.
You could fit. I think you could fit attempt Blitzkrieg in there. I know you're a fan of Blitzkrieg.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Would I? But I haven't got. I've said so much earlier about how Mysterium was such a huge
influence. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got any of that in there.
I don't think you have anything co-op, do you?
No, probably not. I don't know anymore. I can't even remember what's in there.
Oh no, Space Alert.
We do this. This is the second time we've done this.
Yeah.
Have a little
out of sight, out of mind.
Have a little counter on that.
Yeah, Space Alert counter.
Heavy box, actually, I forgot. I'm going to go Mysterium Park.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a little jiggle.
That's the wrong shelf, Ross.
To fit all of these in.
Well, I'll let you have the space.
Yeah.
I'll come over here.
Okay, so that's going to stay. Okay, I need to rethink that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I have stitched myself up here.
Have you?
I think so. Okay, Mysterium Park can go all the way. Oh, no, we're okay. This can go maybe in here. Oh, okay, we're good. And then, I mean, I could just tuck this behind a game to make sure it stays in. But it's much nicer if it would actually.
Yeah,
we'll wait for it to slide out. Just don't kick
just
the.
fall out.
Yeah, don't.
As they come over.
I literally have jam packed this. What we're gonna do? You're gonna. I'll just pick that up while you.
We'll pick that up later.
You talk about your next game.
So I think my last pick. I kind of need to. Hi everyone, we're over here. Pay no attention to the man who's picking up all the various stuff. Yeah. I think. Space to play with.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking at an exit game, Gloom, Exploding Kittens.
You can break your fingers with Cobra Paw. I don't know if you can squeeze it on there, but
Also, it's the wrong shape. It's a weird hexagon. Those bigger games, I think, are very much out. I know. Do I be cruel? Could be cruel. Magic.
The whole of Magic again. Okay, yeah.
All of Magic, and actually, I could talk that in there.
I'm not just doing that there.
I've got.
Does that mean I can also squeeze a Magic pack in here? Is that what is that?
Well, I've taken all of Magic in.
Okay.
No, I think you could probably fit a. No, you could. You could. Tell you what. You could take a commander. Yeah.
So that's the balance off, isn't it?
You could take a commander.
You've taken standards, and I'll go commander. Then.
Yeah, but then I'll take from in here.
Poker.
Poker.
Just a single poker chip. Now we're really like raiding the absolute.
There's no.
Like,
I thought you'd have a deck of cards in here.
Oh no, there will be. There should be decks. Yeah, I won't reveal whether all my deck of cards are. I don't even know. I've just literally looked at them. Are you wanting one?
Yes, please. Just a regular plain.
I mean, I've got some nicer ones.
Sure, let's go with this one. Regular pack of playing cards.
Yeah.
Which I can fit in there. I mean, I've probably got a space for like something there.
How deep is it? It's not that deep, is it?
Not that deep.
Are you just squeezing it in for the sake of squeezing it
I mean,
in?
at this point, yes. I think. I mean, the only other thing I could maybe is Tiny Epic Dungeons.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I thought it was going to overlap then.
I can fit Tiny Epic Dungeons in there. That was technically your pick, though, so.
No, that's okay. I think I'm done, to be honest. I don't think.
All right.
If you literally look at my shelf, I don't. And without rearranging everything, I'm not squeezing any more in there. I think. I think that's the thing.
So that is our one shelf challenge video where we have put our whole list of games, whole host of games in there. I'm going to put a list like low down in the description so that we can keep track of who it is. You guys vote on which one you think which one of us has got the better collection in our shelf. This is from Ross's collection specifically, so we will come back to do mine in a couple of weeks when we have time to do it, and we'll see how that pans out. Until then, thank you very much for everyone being here, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
See you later.